And if I told you once, I ain't gonna tell you twice. Salute all my real ones. Yeah. Listen, champ, we got NBA Youngboy versus Bobby Shmurda. The full beef explained. I'm a little late on this, but you know, better late than never, right? We gonna get straight to the video. Like button, subscribe with notification bell press. Let's go.
When Quando Rondo and his homie Lil Tim were involved with the death of King Von back in 2020, it shook up the whole rap game. Now 2 years later, what happened that night is still creating new beefs in the industry. And the latest is between Bobby Shmurda and NBA Youngboy. They went from sneak disses to full-on death threats in record time. And this is how it all went down. A couple weeks ago, Youngboy and Quando dropped their collab project, 3860. Anytime Youngboy drops, it makes headlines. But this time, he got some negative press too. Youngboy and Quando decided to put their homie Lil Tim on the first track, and also diss King Von on the album. King Von's death shocked the industry, and a lot of fans still haven't moved on. So featuring the man who allegedly killed him got Youngboy and Quando some negative attention. Plus, on the track Want Me Dead, Quando raps, "My favorite op dead. Sister talk too much, no I don't like the bitch." Lil Timmy wrote her brother up, got stepped on in some Nike kicks. Von's sister has done a lot of interviews since his death, and Quando's basically saying she should keep her mouth shut about the situation. Before Bobby Shmurda hopped into it, his homie Rowdy Rebel went on Math Hoffa's podcast, My Expert Opinion, and talks about the night Von died. Rowdy said,
"Man, when King Von died, Lil Tim, he didn't have to get up the car and start squeezing right away. Right. You already got your joint. Yo, back the f up, what y'all doing with? Yeah, back with my bro real quick. Right. For me, like, he could have went that route off the rip. But his mind off the rip went to kill.
Man, I already, wait, what is that? I see why, and this is relevant today. Be trying to make all the sense, thinking what they saying real, but sounding stupid as fuck. Just mind your business. Mind your businesses. Mind your businesses. You know what though? It's like, if I'm Rowdy, like, you got to think about the plus and minuses to things. Like, what are you gonna gain by commenting on this? You know what I'm saying? Like, mind you, you know, I'm from the hood, but I'm not a gangster. I'm not outside on some street shit at all. You know what I'm saying? But like, even I know it's like, bro, that wasn't my business. Like, Rowdy was locked up when, you know, this shit allegedly happened. So it's like, bro, nigga, they ask you about that, you gotta be like, that's not my business. It's not for me to talk on. So off rip. And I think Rowdy wound up saying it like, yo, bro, like, this wasn't something for me to really, either Rowdy or Bobby was like, yo, this wasn't really for me to talk on. It's just one of those things, like, especially because you're another rapper, they gonna look at you like, hey, you a weirdo. You talking about some shit that don't really involve you. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why it's like, all right, cool. If you're in the rap game, you're another rapper, you shouldn't even talk about that, because you already know rappers is sensitive, and they gonna be like, oh, he said this about me. Cool, I gotta come back at him.
Youngboy clapped back on his IG story and called Rowdy out for being irrelevant, trying to make all the sense, thinking what they saying real, but sounding stupid as f. He ended it by telling Rowdy to mind his own business and to stop the violence. A day later, Shmurda posted a video talking about how rappers shouldn't be talking about the dirt their homies did. He said,
"Be jacking everybody other shit. What you doing? What you doing, homie? Tell me about your brother's shooters and your brother's this, and you always with your brother that what the f do you do? Huh?"
Youngboy hopped on his IG story again to respond and told Shmurda,
nah, hold on, man. It's crazy. Like, I'm one of those people that I was real happy that Bobby got out, you know what I'm saying, and all of that, and just seeing him free. And even though the internet been flaming that man for the alleged zestiness and him gyrating his hips at too many of a degree angle that's too close to what the females do. And it's crazy because I got Jamaican friends that be like, bro, like, one, that's how we dance. Two, did y'all see the hot nigga video? It was doing that zesty shit back then, bro. So what are we talking about? So anyway, I'm glad Bobby got out, but at the same time, are you really telling Youngboy to expose the possibly illegal shit? I'm not saying he's doing, but you want him to talk about the illegal shit that he's doing? Like, how does that make sense? And it's like, you should know, bro. Like, Look what you went through. What happened with Hotnik? They used all of that. The entire song. They even used the ad-libs as goddamn evidence in your case, bro. Like, so you know, like, you went through it. He's not gonna do that shit. And once again, like, anyway.
Okay, Mr. Von Shmurda, you better stop the violence, boy. Then he told Shmurda to help him keep the peace or to stay out of the way. Plus, he took disrespect a little further by calling him a slave. At first, Youngboy was just airing Shmurda out with text posts, but then he switched it up and started posting videos. First, he called Rowdy Rebel a perm-having and said he didn't even mention his name. He also said Rowdy was done for suggesting that Lil Tim should have just showed the ops he was strapped instead of hopping out of the truck and shooting. Then he went in on Bobby for not even being down with King Von like that. Even though Youngboy is being aggressive in the videos, he kept saying he don't want issues with Bobby and Rowdy and that he wants to stop all the violence.
Stay the fuck out my way or get it done, man. Stop the violence like I said, man.
Youngboy also went after Shmurda for being broke and forgetting how to rap after he got locked up at the height of his career. He said,
"You a lost soul. You don't even know how to rap no more, son. That say, what have I done? Man, go get him some views, man. Help this get some views, man. I guarantee I'm knowing a label ready to drop your bum ass, man."
After Youngboy aired him out, Shmurda clapped back and started sending death threats. He went live on IG and threatened to boom Youngboy, Wack 100, and DJ Academics. Shmurda also said,
$1 million up, the 2-0 for the year already. Stop fucking playing me. Anyway, long story short, I was even talking about you, but you got yourself some shit. You know what I'm saying? You got yourself some shit, cause I make my money anyways. I make 100 grand a week.
Shmurda's still on parole, but he's obviously not afraid of the smoke. He said,
"Any nigga I catch like Wack, any y'all niggas I can record this. I'm going to boom them on camera. On camera, live, on parole. I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna boom one of y'all niggas on camera."
Youngboy responded with a video of himself laughing at the threat and telling Shmurda,
Nah, I mean, bro, like, it's crazy because it's like, damn, did I just really like, yeah, I really did move this. It's like Bobby, I feel like people should just leave Bobby alone, bro. Like, leave Bobby alone, like, on some cool shit. Like, he came out, you know what I'm saying, and he came out of jail and was just doing this thing. I remember I seen the video where he came out and he was buying the chains and the rings, you know what I'm saying? He had the white bitches with him. Like, I want to see that, Bobby. Just him having fun, chilling. Like, even if you don't drop no music and it's true you making 100,000, do that, bro. Like, that's what I want to see. Like, I want to see dudes getting along. None of this beef shit going back and forth. And a lot of it has to do with miscommunication. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, you ain't gotta worry. Trying to harm you, son, and you ain't gonna touch me. I got security, man. I'm paid, son.
Youngboy sent a lot of death threats before, but he obviously wasn't taking the situation with Shmurda seriously. He just laughed the whole thing off and told Shmurda he just wants to be friends, while flexing how much money he's stacking up. He also accused Shmurda of being doped up on camera. He said,
"Son, I see you doped up on camera. I used to be doped up too, son. I know how that shit feel, man. Let's, man, just be my friend, man. You tripping, bro. Stop the violence and I'll pay you to help me, bro. I'm dead serious, son."
It looked like the situation was gonna keep turning up, but then Youngboy capped it all off by letting Shmurda know,
I'm gonna let these posts here for a minute. I'm gonna deactivate my shit.
Shmurda allegedly got a call from his parole officer over the beef, and that's when he hopped back on IG and said he was just playing and the threats weren't real. He wasn't done there though. Shmurda started going in on the labels and accused Youngboy and them of using bots to run his numbers up. He also accused the labels of hacking his YouTube and SoundCloud page and called Youngboy the biggest slave in the game. He said,
like, NBA is like one of the biggest slaves in the game. He's one of the biggest slaves to them. So they're gonna go crazy for boy, you feel me? They're gonna make sure all the shit y'all see on YouTube is fake views. 1 million views is $4,000 cash.
Youngboy clapped back by posting DMs between him and Shmurda. And in DMs, Shmurda called Youngboy a funny little and told him to call him. Youngboy responded and said something about needing $1 million just to clear my last song, and said that he doesn't want to talk to Shmurda anymore. Youngboy posting their private messages wasn't cool with Shmurda, and he clapped back and called Youngboy the feds. He wrote, "Nah, you the feds. How'd this get out? I don't want to hear nothing else. I'm sorry to all the gangsters for entertaining this. I did bad. I apologize like a man. Please, I don't want no beef with nobody." Instead of clapping back again, Youngboy followed up on what he said he'd do and deactivated his IG. A couple days later, Shmurda went on the My Expert Opinion podcast and said he thought Rowdy's comments were taken the wrong way. According to him, Rowdy didn't mean anything against Lil Tim, and he was just sad about how everything went down that night. It seemed like Shmurda was trying to smooth everything over so everyone could move on. But then Rowdy hopped on IG and wrote, I said what I said. He obviously meant it when he said Lil Tim has no morals, and he wanted to let everyone know where he stood on the situation. Some fans thought there might be issues with Rowdy and Shmurda too, but Rowdy wrote, I can never beef with my brother Bobby. He freed me from a whole bid, but you other heard what I said. Rowdy and Shmurda are both affiliated with GS9 and went down for the same murder conspiracy charges in 2014. Originally, the courts offered Shmurda 5 years for a plea deal and 12 years for Rowdy, but Shmurda ended up taking 7 years instead, so they would give Rowdy the same deal. Taking on 2 extra years in prison for your homie says a lot, and it's obvious they weren't gonna let some petty argument cause issues.
Right, just for that alone, especially with, you know, the Gunner situation, the T.I. allegations, the 6ix9ine situation, you know, and so many other rappers just keep on going down the line. You know, the amount of respect that Bobby built up for what he did, for standing up the way that he did, especially because he was so young. You know what I'm saying? So he was young and he stood up for what he believed in, and you know, and stood up for that code that a bunch of people in the street say that you're supposed to live by, but a lot of dudes will turn their back on when they actually facing that time. He actually stood on it. So he got all this respect. And basically I'm just saying, like, bro, like, at the end of the day, Bobby will always be respected. So it's like, and I know it probably gets to him that, you know, the internet's making fun of him because of the way that he's dancing and some of the dance moves, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, bro, at the end of the day, you getting that money that you say you getting, you got your freedom, which is the most important thing. You know what I'm saying? You got the snow bunnies with you, you got the melanins with you, you got the things. That's all that matters, bro. Like, all this other shit, just leave it alone. And it's like, you know, at the end of the day, Roddy is his own man. He gonna stand by what he said as well. It is what it is. But, you know, I guess, like, to me, like, this whole thing could just be avoided and dudes could just move on. Everybody go their separate ways. Nobody gets hurt. It don't got, like, this right here shouldn't even be a thing if we're really talking about it. But yeah, man, I'm gonna leave it there. Let me know what y'all thought about the video. Leave a comment in the comment section. My name is Reign. Catch you on the flip side. RC, peace and wait for it.